Hey, girl. Hey, dear listeners. I would like to apologize.
Sincerely apologize.
I was riding a bicycle last week.
I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike.
And I did, in fact, crash. Not into you.
Me.
No, it's crashing to you and coming to me. Whatever. Or coming to you. Crash into you. Yeah,
Wait,
the word comes in there somewhere. It's gross.
Are we singing the same song?
You're Dave Matthews Band, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crash into me, baby.
And I come into you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a lyric in there.
Oh no, I just didn't finish the lyric. I was like,
there you
oh
go.
yeah.
Anyway, I crashed. I was hurt. Tonight I saved a crow.
Aw, Russell?
No. His career's already shot.
I really liked. He was my favorite part of Thor 3 or 4. I guess it was. He was my favorite part.
Which Thor are we on now?
The new, whatever the last one was, like he as
Girl,
Zeus.
I don't watch Marvel movies.
No, I know that, but his
Then why are we
Zeus
still
was
talking about them?
And this has been an episode of You Slate.
But however, I did just start watching the Harley Quinn cartoon.
Oh, I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, we're still in season 1, but
Okay.
It's
It just gets crazier.
I didn't realize that Kelly Clough was her voice.
Yeah.
I love her. Did you watch The Flight Attendant?
Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it.
Did you watch both seasons?
I haven't watched season 2 yet.
Yeah,
Just the first season.
I don't think we should.
Okay.
I mean,
I was surprised when a season 2 got greenlit because it didn't feel like.
Yeah.
It felt very much like that was it. Like it was kind of like.
Did you know Downtown Julie Brown still has a career?
No. Doing what?
She's the Sirius XM jockey.
Oh, lots of them are.
Yeah.
So she is Nina. Remember Nina from the 80s? Nina Wedgwood or something like that. Like Nina Blackwood. She was one of like the original MTV VJs. Three of the original MTV VJs all have Sirius 80s channel shows.
And then Kennedy's on Fox News.
Yeah.
Fox Business, I should say.
Which is wild to me.
Well, you know.
I mean, it is what a 180.
Maybe not. Maybe she's always been conservative.
I mean, she was like their like liberal woman back then.
Back then.
No, I know.
Every woman was a liberal if they were on TV.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right. Like
that's how you had
that much representation, so we just all thought they were liberal.
That's true. That's true. Did she dye her hair blonde?
No, she's dark haired.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, she's on Fox Business.
Business. Yes,
that's different.
It's
different.
Like her emblem is her with like the little square glasses and long hair. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So how was Lady Gaga?
Oh my God, so good.
Hold on, quick interjection before you go down this road. Did you buy the tickets to the thing that we're going to go see in March yet?
Yes.
Okay, good. Continue.
It was really good. I know that people have been talking about it having to cancel it and everything, but it was literally like just 4 songs left. So it wasn't like they were big songs because no, it was 4. I went and looked up the track listing.
The BBC said 6.
I mean, unless she had played some bonus songs. I looked up the track listing. They'd already published like her other concerts.
Okay.
Because she was literally, we had just finished. It was divided up into acts. So we had just finished. She was on the last song of Act 4, and then it was going to go into Act 5, and which were the big songs. It was like "Stupid Love," "Rain on Me." But I mean, up until then, though, it really was.
Those are the big songs.
Well, those are her big songs from their newest album.
Okay, I gotcha.
I mean, the whole point is it's called the Chromatica Tour, so she did a lot of the songs from the new album. But it was really funny because I thought, as it was getting started, I remembered when we went to see her, right? A long time ago.
It was.
And it was so funny because I remember when we left the concert, we were both kind of like, man, what is she going to be like in like 10 years? And it was kind of crazy because when I was seeing her, I was like, oh my gosh, this is literally what we thought she'd be like in 10 years. Like the same, because you remember that really cool thing where she had the giant screens that came down with the graphics and the images? Mm-hmm. She still kept that whole thing. It was still like a part of the show. And it was just funny because it's more refined, obviously, now because there's more, there's more designers that love her and more everything else. Yeah. But yeah, it was a really good show. And the highlight, strangely enough, I didn't think it would be. But when she did Born This Way, maybe it's because of everything we're going through in Florida right now, because she did a little come to Jesus speech about the gays in Florida, right? And like, honey, that place she had flames going off. It was so wild that by the end of it, all of these like queer people were like hugging and crying and
does she still use the phrase Orient in Born This Way?
I don't remember if she did or not.
Because I don't know if you listened to that album Revisited, where Orville Peck redid that song.
Yeah.
He changes the lyric and it's much better.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I remember him doing it, but I never remember the thing about that lyric. Because I don't really ever listen to that album that much. As much as like her my album, I mean, I like Chromatic, I think is my current favorite of hers. Okay. But before then, I actually was one of those people that I really enjoyed art pop a lot. I don't know if it's just I just liked it. I just thought it was such a weird album, and the songs I felt were just very
Everybody's
catchy.
Entitled to bad opinions.
Yeah, exactly. That's my bad opinion. I
really like Joanne a lot. I thought that was a great album.
I like Joanne too. Right? I actually liked the last few albums. I liked them.
But to say either one of those are better than Fame or Fame Monsters.
No. I mean, those are classics at this point, right? Like those are kind of like, well, obviously you like them, but it's just.
Girl, I've got. Speaking of classics, did you know that we have a Patreon?
What?
Dear listeners, if you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes?
Did you know it's getting late and we have another podcast?
Is that what we're doing now?
No, the other one. It's called Baking Sugar.
Oh, okay.
It's a Designing Women podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes?
Did you know we have merchandise?
Yes, please go buy it. I mean, not you, but please, audience, go buy it.
If you go to mimsandmaim.com, you can buy a nice shirt. Well, okay, you can buy a shirt. You can buy a tote, a glass.
You are not selling it very well. You are not selling it very well.
I don't remember. I think I did put the nice cotton in there. The nice cotton.
That's good, I guess.
It is good, I guess.
A lot of thought went into this. A lot of thought.
Not much. This is season 2, episode 9. Jessica Behind Bars.
Dude, I love this episode so much.
So we're at the West Barrington Institute for Women. And a food truck pulls up.
Not a food truck like you're thinking of, dear listeners. Like
a truck full of food.
There you go.
Not a like
food truck.
Not a Senorita's Tacos that you're going to go buy.
Girl, if that had showed up, that would have been a different party.
That would have been a different party. Supposedly near my new job, it's not a new job now, I've had it since April, but supposedly around there is a taco truck that comes
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
I have not yet found it.
What?
I'm very excited.
Do you know the name of the truck?
Taco truck? It's one of those that doesn't really have a name.
Oh, because I was gonna say, like, some of those places they post it on their socials.
Girl, no, there's no social with this.
Okay, I don't know.
This is a truck with a middle-aged Mexican woman and tacos.
That sounds like heaven. That sounds literally like my definition of heaven. Thank you, Lil Latin Lupe.
Well, oh Lord. Well, Jess is here.
Hello, Jessica.
And Jess goes into the jail.
That's a scary sight, right? Why is Jessica going
So
to jail?
the cook meets Mrs. Mims.
Girl, I know. I was done. I was like, oh no.
She's a truck driver.
Appropriate.
Girl, couldn't you see me as the truck driver in Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure?
You are the truck driver from Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure. Literally, you're her. No question.
We're now in the warden's office. This episode goes back and forth a lot. I know I say that for every episode, but this one...
I don't know why you would say that after I told you specifically that's how they all are.
Well, maybe one that will just be linear and straight through.
It's part of the confusion of the plot. Like that's intentional.
Well, there's an RN starting soon.
Oh, hey, RN.
Dear listeners, if you don't know, that means registered. Nice.
Jeez. You just wanted to say nurse like that.
God. How is the new Animaniacs? I haven't watched a single bit of it.
I haven't either.
Oh.
I haven't either. And now that I heard that there's also going to be a new Tiny Toons, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy that's like, that's my childhood. I don't. But for some,
so I'd like to interject.
Yes.
There is, in fact, a best TV theme song. Because life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes.
And
it's
that's the show.
A duck blur.
That show is the reason why I'm like, okay, I really do want to give them a try because the reboot was amazing.
I saw some of it. It's cute.
Yeah, I was like, this is good. So I was like, I will eventually give the Animaniacs a try. It's just, I don't know, my heart, it hurts my heart a little bit.
Nothing will ever beat the Buttons and Mindy episode where the foreign one with Madeline and all of those nuns coming out and then Madeline just running over him after that. It's just that sight gag is one of the few things has stuck with me this entire time. And I did not know for the longest time that was Bernadette Peters, as the cat was Bernadette Peters. Like, it never clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have so much history with that show. And I think, like, maybe it's because, like, it really appealed to, like, that demographic of young queer kids as well. Because it was very... So I'm like, I don't know.
Well, Dr. Matthews was supposed to see the warden.
Oh. Okay.
And so, but Mary shows up.
Ooh, Mary.
And Mary complains to the doctor about Susie. She's in pain.
Oh, no, she's not really. She's just faking it. That's what people do when they're in jail and they just want pain pills.
Yeah. Doctor says to keep doing what you're doing and listening to me and everything will be okay.
Which is nothing, technically. She's doing
pretty much nothing, yes.
She's just telling her off.
That doctor has a close clipped little hairstyle there.
I remember when black ladies in the 80s used to have that hairstyle. Like, it was a lot of ladies that had that hairstyle. Yeah. Very no muss, no fuss.
The problem with that hairstyle is not that there's... No, I shouldn't put it that way.
I'm just sitting here. So.
Is the design of the hairstyle doesn't have. It looks like they didn't go to some place as trained as a male barber, and it doesn't look finished. Does that make sense? Like the lines aren't done.
Well, technically, back then, it was nothing like it is now.
True, fair.
Right?
That's
like,
fair. That's fair.
Nobody like back then, like, because I can even remember like the black men in my church, right? Like, it was nothing like it is now. Right? They didn't even start getting into like that kind of stuff until like the late 90s is when they really started to like make and pay attention to that.
Could you just imagine if this doctor had a Jerry curl?
Ooh, girl, that would have been perfect. Actually,
that would have been perfect.
That would have been, because it would have been suggestive of like the money part of things and all of that, you know. But you know,
so the warden meets JB at the gate. The warden's name's Elizabeth Gates, and Amanda Debs is the administrative deputy.
Debs.
We find out that Mary helps Dr. Matthews some.
Yes.
And she takes JB to the class that she's going to be teaching.
Yep. JB is doing some substitute teaching for her friend.
Yes. Very nice. While she had
something. They don't really say.
Leg
they didn't really say. It was serious.
Implants.
It was serious enough that she wasn't there, but also it was okay enough that Jessica's like, she's gonna be back.
How hilarious would it be if she came back with a badongadonk? Like she just got ass implants. That's why she couldn't be there.
Dear listeners, if anybody wants to have a good giggle, you should look up on TikTok and on Instagram videos of people coming home from ass surgery from foreign countries. It is amazing because you can't sit. Right? So you can literally have like people being wheeled out, like laying face down. Like it's like one of my favorite things in the world. And sometimes people will literally just film people going by as they're wheeling them out.
Mary murdered her husband.
Whoa, Mary, you seem like such a nice lady.
So we're in the warden's room, and the doctor and the warden are fighting.
Wait, well, hold on. We have to be very clear here, right? Because this does play into it later. Mary did it in self-defense.
We don't know that yet, girl.
I thought she explained it.
No, we haven't gotten to that at all yet. That is much later. That is much later. Why are you telling the stories of Mary this early?
I don't know. You have the notes.
I do. You've got nothing. You're the comedy. And you aren't doing a good job at that, so let's keep going.
Actually, technically you have the notes and you're the comedy. I'm more like the straight guy in this.
Isn't that the most hilarious part of all of this?
I mean, technically you are funnier than me. Technically.
That's not necessarily true.
Even Mother Mims has said that you were very funny. So
I'm charming.
I would go
voice
more
just
for
happened downstairs. I am going to ignore it, and we're going to keep moving on.
Oh no!
Maybe the crow made it back inside. We put it outside in a box.
Oh, you didn't say it came in the house?
No. It was nearby and injured, so we had to get a towel and put it in a box. And yeah, you're supposed to bring them inside, but we've got a cat and a dog, and it's a little. It's not cold outside, right? So. At all.
Got it. So are you going to take it to a vet or something?
We're going to see. A lot of vets will just put it down.
Oh.
Yeah. I talked to my veterinary friend. She's like, a lot of them will just put it down. You have to call wildlife rescue, and sometimes they'll just put it down, and it's not. Here's the thing. I love crows. They are the coolest, most interesting birds. They are beautiful. I love them a lot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's.
They also carry gastroenteritis. If you really want to touch one, you'll get a little stomach ache.
Oh, lovely, lovely. As if you need any more stomach problems,
girl. I use my fiber. Anyway, where are we at? So we're in the warden, and the doctor and the warden are fighting, and she wants the reports on her desk by the morning, the financial reports.
Ooh, financial reports. Uh-oh.
And we're in the classroom. JB's teaching. She's being funny and witty and nice. Back to the warden, she's grabbing a key. Back to JB, she's teaching the perfect crime. Everybody takes notes. Like, just takes notes.
It was the best little sight gag they did.
Mary sneaks out.
Oh, no.
Well, JB's talking to them about their stories, and apparently one of them, named Ernest, the getaway car, she was caught in the story because they accidentally put the car into reverse instead of drive, which is exactly what happened to her.
Because truth is better than fiction.
Yes, and we found out that JB really liked Mary's story, but Mary's gone.
Is she killing somebody? I bet she's killing somebody.
Haven't had to do the voice yet.
You haven't? Because, well, there hasn't been a murder yet.
Well, that's true. So we follow Mary to the infirmary, and there, Susie. I'm just kidding. Susie is there, real sick.
I was like, wait a minute. She didn't, what?
Wheeled around that gurney and killed somebody.
That's how quickly, like, when you did that for a second, I was like, hold on. That's not how the episode went.
Oh, God. Are we still recording?
Yeah,
we are. So. Good. Okay. So we follow, and Susie's there sick. You get the feeling that Mary and Susie are a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay.
Oh, yeah. The way she's wiping her head down and stuff. Yeah.
Mary goes to the doctor's office and grabs the pharmacy key. In the hallway, the doctor and the secretary are fighting.
Oh. Quelle surprise.
Yes. Yeah. Debs. It's Secretary Debs, like the administrative secretary. Debs. Well, kind of. Debs. She's a goat. Debs. So Mary returns the key and hides. The guard checks the doctor's room. There's a noise, and the lockdown button is hit.
What? Girl, that guard.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, oh man, you guys that cast this particular episode, you were going for a demographic.
Well, Mary hides. The warden runs to the doctor's office, uses the key, and gets in. And the doctor's dead.
Oh,
no. The warden splits everybody up. It's like, you go this way, you go this way, you go this way. Search for who killed her, right?
Right.
Mary runs. The guards see her. And Mary is taken.
Because she did it, right? She did it.
So the warden turns to her and says, Mary, why? No, she didn't, because I'm not making the voice.
I know that. We're saying it for the audience's benefit.
We're back to the classroom. A guard grabs JB and says, come on, there's a jail writ. Gonna let that go? Just gonna let that go? A jail writ? I get nothing?
I'm sorry.
So a bunch of the people stop JB. It's just like, take me to the warden. And they're like, fine, we'll do that.
Oh, man. This episode, I forgot until about maybe like a quarter in that this was like a big genre in the 80s. These like women in prison movies on like Skinnem.
Yep.
And it's so strange that like this show took that part and was like, you know what? We should do something like this, right? It's like, yeah, guys, like women in prison movies mostly are porn, and you're going to do this one. So
we're in the library, and we find out the prisoners are asking for two things. The charges against Mary be dropped, and that the jail's cleaned up. Okay.
They're asking for too much.
Well, there's a phone call. Library, it's Louise. I love her. So, Cat asks for a chopper and money.
Oh, okay. That seems like a lot.
And then Bertha says, don't be stupid, Cat. They're not going to give it to you. The lieutenant governor who's on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the actual killer?
It was we just talked about the accomplice.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
What was that? I heard that.
That's my dog. I just couldn't remember which one's the accomplice, which one's the killer. Either way, I'll just do the voice for both.
Yeah, I mean, since they're technically both complicit in murder.
Yes. So Louise, library, it's Louise.
Hi, Louise.
Asks JB to figure it out. And JB says, yes.
I didn't think anybody would ask me, but here I am.
I'm here, and this is perfect. Do I get to do a song and dance number?
Go ahead. Sweeney Todd, Sweeney Todd.
We'll always be bosom buddies.
Oh, I always killed it in the ladies' prison.
'Cause of bosoms. All right, God, where are we at? So we're in the office looking at the body. And JB's like, I think it's the morphine that killed her. Because there's an empty vial of morphine and an empty syringe of morphine, and it's in her arm.
Yep.
But there is a slight sign of a struggle here.
Oh.
So the warden, the JB asks the warden how she would have done it. She's like, well, I think that Mary had the key, came in, snuck it behind her, and, stabbed it into her arm and killed her.
Yes. Very unlikely.
And Mary was like, the doctor was typing, and the doctor accidentally hit the lockdown button. Mary says that she saw her down, she was afraid, and she ran. She ran so far away.
And I run all night and day until you get away.
So
I should do that on Thursday.
JB convinces them to take the vial and the syringe in for testing. For some
yes, let's do this.
Drug testing.
CSI up in this bitch. Yes.
God, could you imagine Murder She CSI'd?
Murder She CSI'd, yes! Uh-oh, I think we have a reboot on our hands. Somebody call, who would it be? Somebody call Helen Mirren. She'd be perfect.
We need somebody a little bit older. Let's get...
No. I'm pretty sure they are the same age. Just Helen Mirren is a very different version of that age.
It's true.
Because Helen Mirren's in her 70s, girl.
Is she?
Yes.
Okay.
But 70 then is not the same as 70
it's true. It's
now.
Not. It's not. So, oh God. We find out that everybody was running out. Even Mrs. Springy?
What?
Sprung. The cook came running out.
Wow. Just call her the cook.
We'll call her Cookie. A Roseanne Arnold type. I really thought that was Roseanne Barr the first moment she came on screen.
I think that would have been actually Roseanne's breakout role if she had actually. She probably read for it.
So, can she read? So we're in the cafe. No, she definitely can when she's on her cocaine, but she's always on that cocaine.
She just got. Did you hear? She just got greenlit a stand-up special for her.
Was it Netflix?
Yeah. I don't know. I just saw it posted on my phone, so I haven't had a chance to read the article yet.
God.
Probably because the producer, the one that greenlit the Chappelle show, he is literally like, I don't care. Anybody can come on and do a stand-up.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Although, did you see Amy Schumer's getting another season?
Another
Inside
season
Amy
of what?
Schumer.
Wait, they're bringing it back?
Yeah, it's going to be on Paramount Plus.
What?
Yes.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. She basically said this is the one to offend everyone.
Wow.
So anyway, we're at the cafe. I called it the cafe.
The cafe.
The cafe. And the cook is cooking a disgusting soup. JB tries it and like makes a face and spits it out. Springer, her last name's Springer. Like Jerry. She said there's no funds for the food.
Yeah, they're just making it out of air.
And the warden just looks at her and says, yes, you do, girl.
The warden is like, no play. She is not play.
I would have loved her on like LA Law.
Oh, yeah. She would have been perfect. Or like LA Law, also St. Elsewhere.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's like something like head of a department or something like that. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. So Springer says she came up the front stairs, but that's a lie because they would have been locked up. And in the back stairs, you know who they find?
Who?
Mrs. Mims.
Oh, Lord. Girl, what are you doing?
Well, Kat's got some opinions real quick. Kat's hair would like to say that the warden killed the doctor.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Perm, I don't know where she finds the time in prison for that, Ogilvy, but she does. Maybe it's VO5. Regardless, it's real big and teased. Somebody snuck that woman a pic.
You better leave Adrienne Barbeau alone.
Is she famous?
Yeah, girl,
For
that's like
what?
she's like TV famous.
For what?
I mean, she was on multiple shows. She was the daughter on Maude. Like she had been on TV shows a lot.
Did she have that perm like when she was young?
Yeah, she always had the perm. I mean, she was like she was at least like
everywhere.
She was at least like Ann Jillian level iconic in television.
Was it? Well, God, was it the same size throughout? Like just that tiny little baby with that huge ass perm. She had to grow into her hair.
I think. I'm done.
I want that to be a cut. Why has that not been a cutaway yet of a little baby with a perm?
Probably because nobody in their right mind would give a baby a perm.
Oh God. So we find out that the guard gets brought into the cafe, and we find out the guard couldn't find the warden, and then she just all of a sudden showed up.
Oh.
Now we're back in the library.
We are bouncing back and forth throughout this prison.
We are. And witnesses saw fighting, and the warden leave before she came back.
Oh.
So she had the key wherever she was. She did not go back in the office like she said.
Oh, the warden did do it. Oh, wait, but you're not doing the voice, so the warden didn't do it.
So the deputy, Miss Debs.
Yeah.
The warden has been having fainting spells. The doc knew it, but that's no reason to kill her.
Debs, do you need a lozenge? You're sounding kind of off.
No, I'm good. So it turns into Mary versus Cat. And Mary's like, y'all are doing this for me, right? Well, let this play out. Let JB do her job.
I don't understand Mary's like entire persona.
Library, this is Louise.
This is your favorite part.
It really is. Just the look on her face of a surprise every single time. I want to know what Louise did. I want Louise's story. I want to know who she killed.
I bet it was embezzlement.
Nah, she would have been in a white-collar prison. This is like...
Oh, this is like murder prison.
This is like murder prison. Murder, aggravated assault.
Hers would have probably been self-defense, too.
Well, the lieutenant governor says the morphine was diluted. I could break out Sister Morphine, but I don't really feel like doing it. Sister Morphine. There you go.
I don't feel like doing it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. There were 2 prints on the vial.
Oh.
One was Mary's, and the other one, who knows, but you got a killer among you.
Whoa.
I believe the phrase the children are using now for that is sus.
Real sus, sis.
Oh, God.
Times change.
Well, now we're in the rec room. Like, JB needs to go to the rec room to see Mrs. Mims.
Mm-hmm.
The lights go out. Mims dead.
Oh no,
Girl, talk to the people. I've got a text message real quick.
Your great grandmother got killed, Mims. Dear listeners, while Mims is checking his phone for mobile text messages, we'd like to take this time to remind you that you can follow us on our joint social media at Mims and Maim on Instagram and on the Twitter, so that you can get more content from us over time if I ever decide to actually post things.
That Moderna ass hurting is starting already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, girl, we got to squeeze through this, honey, and then you will be able to.
We squeezed.
You'll be able to lay on your butt the rest of the night. You can call out of work tomorrow.
Nah, I'm good. Well, Ms. Mims is dead.
Mm.
The warden is in there with Mary and goes off on her. Like, why did you kill her? Why did you kill this person? Why? If they only heard my voice, they would know that she wasn't the killer.
I know, but
if they just read ahead in the script, girl.
They don't listen to you. Nope, nobody does.
So, as they're leaving, JB tells Bertha to keep an eye and protect the warden.
I don't know about you, but I actually thought to myself, like, it's interesting, like, the names of this episode and how strangely, like, it's very strange about a couple of these names being in the same episode.
Yep. So we're in the infirmary, and we find out that the doc gave Mary a key and forces her to type up her reports.
Oh, wow.
Fraud,
Doc.
girl, fraud.
Like, super fraudulent.
So, and the doctor never believed the girls when they were in pain, and Mary would come up and help if she could.
Mary's got a good
And
heart.
here comes Mary's story. She was beaten by her husband. He got mad one evening. She had the gun, he didn't, and she killed him.
Show me that smile, little kid.
Show me that smile. Don't waste another minute when you're crying. Baby, we're at it. Who was the wife in that? Do you remember who the wife was?
I can see her just as clear as day, but I don't remember the actress's name.
Pains.
Oh my gosh.
God.
I mean, she was popular back then, too.
Yes, she was. Joanna Kearns.
That's who it was.
Yes.
Yeah, she was big in the 80s.
She was.
She had TV movies and stuff.
Yeah.
I miss TV movies.
I don't.
They were so campy.
They were so long.
They weren't long. They were like 2 hours.
Yeah, with enough commercials in them to make them 3 hours long.
No. TV movie. Never mind. When you said the commercial, like, actually, yeah, you're right. They were about that long.
I know.
They were more like 2.5 hours, right? Because it used to there always was like some sort of lead in.
Because you couldn't mess up Dateline.
Right. It was
Ted
Dateline
Koppel
on
had to have his moment.
It was Dateline on one of them. It was 60 Minutes on the other one. It was what was it? Disney's Wide World of whatever Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
So Louise enters.
Hey girl, hey.
And she says, Kat has it all figured out and says Mims did it for the warden and warden killed her.
Oh man, Louise, are you catching what Debs has? I mean, you sound like you're getting sick.
This is Kat.
Oh, Kat, are you catching what Debs has?
Meow. And then Kat does some rebel raising.
She is instigation alley this whole episode.
There is a little mild racism in here, and that all the black women believe Kat's perm.
How is that mild racist? You had me going for a second. I'm like, wait. What did I miss? I don't remember this. I don't like you. I will say though, I don't know if, I think we talked about this before. You never actually watched the movie, but the black lady with the braids, she's actually one of the stars for The Color Purple.
I still have never seen that.
Yeah, she's the one that plays Suge Avery. Yeah, it was really weird because I've never seen her outside of The Color Purple, and so I was like, that lady looks really familiar, and then it dawned on me. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Suge Avery. Yes, ma'am.
So JB goes up to them and it's like, nobody has a chance of escaping. Just calm down. We'll get this worked out. Yeah. Give me just a little more time. So we're in the office.
A little more time.
Bertha's like, you got a minute with the warden, and that's about it. The warden comes in. And we find out that the warden was meeting with a prisoner in secret. It was Susie, because she couldn't get away, and like it was very boring to talk to the warden. Nobody really wanted to.
No.
So she turns to JB. She's like, JB, if you want to get off here alive, don't defend me. JB looks outside and there's a barricade forming.
Yeah.
And Kat is going crazy. She's busting out all over like her hair. God, girl, there's a cutaway scene where she's like this. And it's just
I know.
Hair.
It's a lot of hair. Because she has a very small head. And
she does. Yeah. But that hair.
The hair didn't help at all.
Girl, it's like she's wearing a 4-wig.
That's a triple stack, girl. It's a triple stack.
It's a
teased out.
Stack. It is a
teased out, girl. Teased out.
You just imagine how much sweat you would have under that wig.
That's like a Texas. That's a Texas pageant wig right there.
It would go from this to this in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's why it's synthetic. That's the Texas pageant, girl.
Oh God. So JB says she knows who killed her.
What?
The prints don't match the doctors that are on file.
Oh.
So we go into the clinic and we find out that Dr. Matthews committed suicide.
What?
She was typing out a suicide note and she hit the lock, like the lockdown, to prevent Brady the guard from coming in.
Oh my gosh.
Someone took the suicide note.
But who?
Well, we're getting to that.
Oh, okay.
You see, all of the medicine was diluted, and the doctor was selling the drugs on the side.
Oh my gosh. That's why the drugs weren't being used.
We also found out that Springer was selling food to Mims.
There's so much stuff going on around this prison.
Deb has a little aside with Kat over there. Hey, girl, hey, who's your hairstylist? I need something a little bigger. If you can just tease this out a little bit, it'll be good. I know it's a little flat. I need some aqua net. Anyway.
Gosh, sometimes I just can't with you. Every once in a while, it's like, oh boy.
So Deb turns to everybody and promises no retaliation.
Oh, okay.
Kat and I will go outside and talk to the cops. JB's like, no. Deb, you're the corrupt one. You've been here the longest. You've done this. And Deb had the suicide note. She's like, she was a coward. She couldn't keep doing it. And then we find out, here it is. I had Kat cut the power
What?
And killed Mims.
Oh my gosh. They were in it together.
For the hair. What's a little bit later? Mary's up for parole, and JB's going to be going to the parole board for her.
I really wish that just now, the way you abruptly just did that. The thing is that is actually kind of how the episode just ended.
Yep.
It was like, well, there's a bow on this. Here you go. Mary's getting out later.
Girl, did you enjoy this episode?
It was hilarious.
Unintentionally
hilarious.
I think it was intentionally hilarious, too.
I don't know about that. Those ladies were chewing that scenery like they were possibly getting some guest actress Oscar or Emmy nominations.
Some Oscars.
Sorry, sloshkers.
Sloshkers. Well, girl, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you, because it's getting late.
Yeah, dear listeners, Mims is ready to go.
She is.
So, you gotta go home, but you can't stay here. So hello, dear listeners. It's the other half of this duo. I am your Auntie Maim. If you would like to follow me on the social media, you can do that at Auntie_Maim. That's MAIM. You can find me on Twitter at Maim Ministry, and you can find me in real life. I perform on Thursday nights at a little dive bar called Kill Your Idol, where we do amazing colossal karaoke. It's like a karaoke cabaret hybrid. You can find me performing improv with the Villain Theater in Miami. You can find out more about them and what they do at villaintheater.com. Also, starting this week, I will be one of the panelists on the It's Happening Out network's talk show Happening Out, which you can find on your Roku device and your Apple TV device. It's basically going to be a topic and culture show that's intended for the queer population, but anybody can watch. So I definitely recommend you download that. Like I said, it's the Happening Out app on those devices, and that will start this Wednesday. And how about you, Mims?
Hey, y'all. I'm the Divine-Miss-Mims. You can find me on Twitter at Divine-Miss-Mims. Hey, man.
Yes.
Did you know that we have Patreon?
I've heard that before.
If you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can support us. Throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yeah?
Did you know we have another podcast?
There's a rumor about that.
Dear listeners, if you go to Baking Sugar or look it up somewhere, you can find our other podcast.
You can find Baking Sugar if you go to Baking Sugar.
Shut up, girl.
You so tired.
It's a Designing Women podcast. Hey, man.
Yes.
Do you know I'm full of spite and malice, and also that we have merchandise
that's also full of spite and malice.
If you go to mimsandmaim.com, you can buy yourself a shirt or a cup or a tote. I'm really selling it here, guys.
I need to start talking about the merchandise, because every time you do it, it's like,
what are you going to say? A shirt, a coat, a tie, a dude.
Yeah, anything with an inflection other than just a shirt, a cup, whatever you like.
And then I'll just say, oh, they're great, is what I'll say after it. So, what?
Girl, I know you're ready to go.
Why do you give me that
So
look?
does the audience. The audience also knows you're ready to go.
I love and support our dear listeners. Hey, Maim.
Dear listeners, Mims got that Moderna shot, so she tried to get out of here before it gets too much into her bloodstream.
Maim.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add?
When's the music video coming out?
I've handed off to my husband to fix. It should be soon. Hey, babe, do you have anything else to add?
No. So
why don't you just say goodnight, you old bitch?
I'm sorry. Good night, old bitch.
Bye, y'all.